everybody, Run this 342 here with another Warframe gameplay, and today we're going to be checking out the Operation Ambulance Reborn, which is out currently for PC, and later will be out for the console. Now then, how this mission starts, you get a message in the mail from Ergo Glass, which is the syndicate leader of the Corpus, well, the parent sequence, the syndicate leader, and it's simply to destroy Ambulus, obtain the beacons it drops, find our buddy here, Frogbeck, and stop his plans from mass-producing the Ambulus. The ultimate reward in doing so is getting the Supra Vendal. You could also go and get yourself a clan trophy, which is what me and my clan did, because the last event, which it was difficult, didn't go so well. It was pretty brutal for very small clans. This one, however, is very friendly, so if you have a small clan, a small ghost clan like I'm in, this event will be easy for you to get the gold trophy, which is good. Well, clan trophy. But you get that, and you also get the Supra Vendal, which you complete the whole quest. Now, the thing is, you collect enough Animo beacons to then find the ship that Frogbeck's in, and then you have to hack all of the ambulances he spawns, so then he picks them up, and it goes to the ship, and stuff happens. It's confusing, but what you need to know is the rewards, and what you need to do. What you need to do is just click the mission that's in your map. It will bring you to the area you need to be in. Fight. He will drop ships, as you can see in the video, will constantly drop ambulances. It depends. It's mostly RNG how many you drop. Destroy the Ambulus. It drops an item, which is an Animo beacon. You take that, and you collect them. Now, these beacons have a purpose, so don't think it's just to go to the next stage. It's the grindy part. It's how you get extra rewards. You could get a Ambulus Noggle, which is worth 100 of them. Ambulus drops about like 6. I see the average is 6 beacons. Sometimes it's 3, but it's an average of 3 to 6. You might get more. I mostly just seen 6. And he drops these beacons, and you could use them to purchase stuff from Ergo Glass in a relay station. Events, well, not events, but items such as event emblems and sigils, the Ambulus Noggle, like I mentioned, which is the most expensive one. It's like 100 Animo badges, items, whatever. The Animo item that Ambulus drops. It's worth, the Noggle's over 100. Sacrifice mod, which is for Sentinel, which is great. It revives you if you're down, but kills itself doing so, which is actually really good. Just in case everyone's down and you need to get up, your Sentinel can revive you. An Aviator mod, which is really good for Zephyr, but I don't really see any other use for it. It's a gimmick thing. It could be useful for other people. Let me know. I don't use that mod. But what it does is it reduces damage you take by 40% if the mod is max when you're in airborne. Fulmination mod, which is like Firestorm for rifles, but it's for your pistol. So it's a pistol mod that does like higher explosive damage. And early access to 6 weapon mods. These 6 weapon mods are Syndicate mods. Avenging Truth, Entropy Detonation, Stockpile Blight, Voltage Sequence, Neutralizing Justice, Disarming Purity. From what I've seen, and you will probably see a video on it as well, there's one for the Miter, one for the Panthera, one for the Lanka. Those are the 3 that come to the top of my head. I need to actually be in there. But it's Syndicate mods. Early access as in, you can get them now, but you could get them when they're actually released. So it's up to you. But that's just 3 out of the 6 that were listed. 3 that were most significant to me when I looked at it. The cheapest is 25. So you'll get the Ambulus Reborn emblem for 25 Animo beacons, 50 for Ambulus Reborn beacon, which, to be honest, it looks exactly the same. They are the same. So, oh, okay. One's an emblem and one's a sigil. My mistake. The emblem is worth 25. The sigil is worth 50. The Ambulus Noggle statue, is worth 100. You have the Avenging Truth mod, which is for the Sylvas and Aegis, so it's the shield and sword melee weapon, which is for 75. All the 6 early access mods are 75 Ambulus nav beacons. But to let you know what they are, yeah, the Shield and Swords, which is the Sylvan Aegis. The Entropy Detonation is the Obex. The Stockpile Blight is for the Kunai. Fulged Sequence is for the Lanka. Neutralizing Justice is for the Miter. And Disarming Purity is for the Panthera. Now, all these are for specific syndicates. So the Lanka, obviously, is for the parent sequence. Sylvanas and Aegis is Truth, so whatever Truth is, I think that's Arbiters. Yes, that's Arbiters of Hexus. You have the Obex, which is for grants Entropy, which is for Cephalon Suda. You have the Kunai one, Stockpile Blight, which is for Red Veil. The Miter, obviously, is for the Grineer faction, which is my favorite. And lastly, the Pantheras for the dreadful tree-hugging lovers that always seem to want to kill me. But, yes. Purity mod. To be honest, I have a big headache right now, and I don't even want to mention that. Fulmination 75, Aviator 75, and Sacrifice 75. So what I think you should get from this, it mostly depends. I'm mostly going to go for Sacrifice, which is what I want to obtain. The statue, maybe. It's just a lot of grinding, and I really don't want to grind a lot in Warframe, as I grind enough trying to get my Prime Warframes. We recently, me and the clan recently obtained Banshee Prime, and it took me a while to get that thing, but we obtained it. It's just time. I'm busy all the time, people, so I do apologize. But what I would get if I were you, would be the Sacrifice mod, the Aviator mod, and the Fulmination mod. Those three, but mostly the Sacrifice mod. I wouldn't worry too much about these early access Syndicate weapons, as most of them, I'm not going to diss them. I would diss them. They're not the best of weapons. It's a nice addition, so you could actually use them and have some fun. But me, since I'm biased with Grineer, I would just go for the Miter, which is Neutralizing Justice. Each Miter blade has a 90% chance to immediately destroy a Nullifier bubble, Nullifier field. And I hate Nullifiers, so I would probably use this. And it's Slash, so it could really get rid of the Corpus enemies, except for the proxies. So the MOAs wouldn't really be damaged by this thing. But it will get rid of the Nullifiers, which is fun. Everyone else, it just depends. You'll see these when the update hits live. I wouldn't really bother with them too much. Just go for the Sacrifice mod. It is definitely something you want to get if you do not have it. And if you do have, well, get the Aviator if you love to play Zephyr a lot, because it's meant for Zephyr, since Zephyr is mostly in the sky. Or can be. It's how you use it. I don't play Zephyr that much, but it's a Zephyr mod, that's for sure. But it's for all Warframes. And Fulmination, if you use explosive secondaries. I don't use explosive secondaries. If you use explosive secondaries, have at it. I do not use it. Heck, I still use the freaking Lex, so I'm not using any explosions. But that's it for now. I'm not going to babble on anymore. The purpose of the event mostly is get your Super Vandal, guys. It's really cool. Vandal and Wraith weapon types have been always really amazing, and they're unique. You may not get this weapon ever again. And if you do, you might see it in an invasion. Because that's where these weapons usually go to be recycled. They go to invasions. But I don't know if it will be available in parts or just the actual weapon. It's usually parts. So act now. Get your Super Vandal. Enjoy it. Keep it, especially if you're a collector. And one final note about my glyphs, if you made it this far. I am distributing glyphs. I have a list of glyphs to give away. If you haven't got one yet, be patient, you will get one. Everyone who commented in the previous video about the Warframe glyph for my fan channel glyph, you will get one. I'm just giving them away first to the people who have been subscribed to me for a very long time, as they've been there first, and I feel like they have the right to get it first since they've been watching me way before I got the glyph. Years before I got the glyph. So they are getting it first. You will get it as well. I have a lot. I'm not running out. And if I do run out, I could always ask DE to supply me with more. But as of now, I have enough. I'm giving them away. If you have been subscribed for at least 1 month, you will be getting this glyph. Okay? If you subscribe the day that I released the video for the glyph, and you subscribe just for the glyph, you're going to have to be patient and wait a month, and you'll get it. If you are not patient and you just unsub because you just want the glyph, that's fine. You do what you want to do with your subscriptions. If you don't want to watch my content, don't watch my content. That's why there's an unsubscribe button. If you don't want to watch someone, don't watch them. That's simple. If you really want the glyph and you don't want to watch my content, unsubscribe once you've been subscribed for a month, so you wouldn't have to deal with me talking. But the reason I'm doing this is because the glyph is technically my clan emblem, and it means a lot. So, yeah, I don't want to just give it out to anyone who doesn't really care about the clan or my channel. It's a fan channel glyph for a reason. So, please wait a month. If you do not have the patience, I'm very sorry. I cannot control your patience. But you have to be patient in life. I'm Rundus342. I'm so sorry if I disappointed you and ruined the video, but that's how it is. That's how I choose to distribute my glyph. Have a good day.